guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and today I wanted to do a second video related to body positivity, body talk, body chat, whatever you want to call it. And I thought today I would just give you my story and how I grew up. And real quick though, before we get serious, I'm gonna just spill this everywhere. Isn't this the cutest freaking cup? It is from that line at Target that I'm in love with, that I can't think of now, which is probably for the best because I want to buy everything. Opal House. Oh my gosh, that bedspread. Ooh. I have this wonderful gentleman in my life who bought me this. Okay, so let's start high school. I could go before that. Just know that I struggled, that I had issues with my mom back and forth related to body. I don't want to get into her business too much because I've not asked her what I can say, but she has struggled for a very long time with her body. And I think that because she struggled, she didn't make me struggle, but because of the way she was with herself, she was also that way with me, and she kind of had no choice, right? That's all she knew. It was really, really hard though. I would say I was an average kid. When I look back at myself in high school, I was not skinny, right? I talked about this in my first video. I was not skinny at all. I was curvy and I was beautiful and I was average. And if I could have that body back, I would love it. But there was always this, just 10 more pounds, just 20 more pounds coming from the outside. And so I don't ever remember being happy about, whoo, not gonna cry on camera. I don't ever remember being happy and satisfied with who I was, because I was always being told by whomever that it wasn't good enough yet. Like I had to keep going. Tell me if you know about these diets. Protein diet before Atkins and keto, right? I pretty much ate cold hot dogs, hard-boiled eggs, and cheese. And now I wonder why I had stomach issues. Like, hello. Cabbage soup diet, which that cabbage soup was amazing. Don't want it now because that's literally all I lived on. I think I did Weight Watchers for a little bit. I did try and fast, but I didn't lose any weight, and I was like, F that, right? Because I just love food. I had no sense of when my body was full and when it wasn't, because I was being, you know, just strung all over the place, and I had no sense of what my body needed and wanted. I was kind of forced to exercise, which was probably the silver lining. From when I was really young, like I remember doing step class with my mom, probably 3rd grade, 4th grade. Now I love it and I love to exercise, so I am thankful about that. I just wish I knew like how to listen to my body and how to know what feels good and when I'm hungry, and I am working on that now. So high school, I would say I was on average between 130, 140, and I'm almost 5'3". So curvy girl, but not fat by any means, probably below average if I was to weigh that now. But it was always like, just a few more pounds, Like my goal was always like 115, 120. I remember getting to 122 at one point, and I don't think that my body stayed there very long. I remember handwriting like my calories, and then I would subtract them and see how much I had left, and I was just super obsessive, and I just could never relax, and now I wonder why I have anxiety. Stomach problems and anxiety. But I got down to that so close to my goal. And it just, the things around me were just not satisfied. I just wish, gosh, you know, you would just go back and redo things. So like I said, around 130, 140, got to college, probably got up to 150, 155, but I was still doing color guard. I was working out. I was just eating like a regular college kid. But again, I had no sense of like, I was always obsessed about, oh, will this person know what I ate? Oh, well, now I feel guilty because I ate a normal amount of food, or a normal thing that people eat, like pasta. you know, like every food was wrong. There was only a few foods that were right. And then I did drum corps and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally gonna beat my goal weight, because everyone's like, oh, you go to drum corps and you just become skinty and tan. And I was not skinty and tan. I think I lost 5 pounds my first summer. And I mean, I was, oh my gosh, could I have that body back, please? I was so strong, so strong. And I think when I left that summer, I was 145. Oh my gosh, that was probably the best shape I've ever been in. Yet I was heavier, right? And we know that strong is in, strong is healthy, and muscle weighs more. And I just looked so good. And that's part of the reason why this year my goal is to be strong, because I miss being able to do a regular push-up, you know, and I just miss having that muscle. And so that looks really good on my body, that feels really good, and that's why that is a goal for me. Not because I want to be thin like I was in drum corps, because again, who can work out 12 to 14 hours a day, right? We're adults, we have lives. So I noticed that when I would get really super happy with a person, I would lose weight. I'm kind of opposite of most people. When I'm in a relationship and I'm really happy, I'm so excited to be around that person and to see that person. Or it's kind of like when you go to Disneyland and you can't eat. Like, that's how I feel about exciting things in my life. So whether it's a relationship or a trip that I'm going on or something, or a concert that I'm going to see, I get so excited that I can't eat. And so I would sometimes lose a little bit of weight, and a little bit meaning a few pounds. I ended up getting really heavy because when I get depressed and sad and super anxious, I actually gain weight. Again, opposite of everybody else. And something happened to me, like a really big health thing happened to me around 24, 25. And I ended up gaining 20, 30 pounds, and I got pretty close to 180. I lost a lot of that back. I never got back down to like 145, 150. I did the Sarah Jinks coaching and changed my life, right? The idea that we are in seasons of our lives, that we kind of close that chapter, we move on to the next, our body is reacting to the time that we're in. And so that really helped my mentality and my positivity and my anxiety around the number, because the number really doesn't matter. I do have a goal in mind, and that's something I'm not really sure if that's good for me or not. I'm trying to kind of work through that. Is a number important? So, you know, I don't know. You guys can let me know down below what you think about that. My goal number used to be 130, 135. My goal now is in the 150s. I got into my first relationship since my first love a few years ago. And I was in really, really good shape before I met him. And then when we broke up, I got depressed. And what happens when you get depressed, Sarah? You gain weight. So I gained all my weight back. And basically, I go back and forth clearly because my body doesn't really know how to just be. And that's one of my goals now. But I have fluctuated very close to 200 twice now, and I would say the past 7 years. And I'm pretty close to that right now. I have not weighed because right now I don't need to see the number. I know that my pants do not fit. I don't hate my body, but I am uncomfortable and I don't feel good. And that came from, again, being depressed, being super anxious, not sleeping. So I've gone from 122 has probably been my lowest that I can actually remember. I've still kept papers of my measurements from high school. I used to actually keep measurements, numbered on lined paper. Like every week I would measure and weigh. And I hope I can't ever find that, because that would be terrible to even look at. But I would say my lowest was 122. My highest was 198. So my goal right now is to decide, is the number important, or is it about how I feel and how strong I am? And that is a struggle for me right now because it's always been about a number. And then again, you know, trying to be really strong this year. I just want to feel good. Another goal is to, when I do get depressed or super anxious or super sad, like, how do I, you know, adjust the body and help my body to not feel so attacked? Because my body is so sensitive that if I don't sleep for a few days, I will gain weight. And it's just every little thing affects me, that what I need to do is take care of the body so that when I do get into that stage, I'm not gaining 30 pounds, because that's unhealthy for me personally, because I hurt. I have a harder time doing the things that I love to do, like Kung Fu and walking with my dog and all of those things. And, you know, it hurts your knees. And, you know, so maybe it's not about the number, but about, you know, working on that health and anxiety for when I do get to that point where I tend to gain weight, because I am opposite of most people. So right now I have not weighed, but I am at a pretty high weight, I can guess, by the way my old pants fit. I'm trying to just get back to eating what feels really good and sits well in my body. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna stop right there with my story. I have talked a lot about numbers, and I don't want to obsess over those, but that does kind of show you what a wide range I've had. And I could go on and on and on about every single diet I have tried, but right now I just want to feel good, and that's my goal. And my struggle will be, do I focus on a number or not? So let me know down below if you have struggled with any of these things, and what the worst diet you've ever been on was. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.